What's up, guys? Bradley's Garage here with another video for our E70 BMW X5. We're going to be showing you how to do the high pressure fuel pump, which, is a fun job, but let's get into it. First step is to get off your air intake. This is your incoming cold air. So it just pops out of behind the grill there, and I just use a little pry tool, pop it off. And then for the intake cover, you can just lift up in the front, and then it slides towards the front of the car. Alright, next step is to pull off the upper part of the air box. So you have a hose clamp on the left side, and then your Torx bolts, there's 6 of them, pull all those to take the top of the air box off. The base of the air box is held on by some rubber grommets. You can just lift straight up on the lower part of the air box. And keep in mind there's a couple of clips. There's like a little rubber thing that hooks onto the back and a couple little wire. So then I'm working on this little vacuum line. This is just emission stuff, closed crankcase ventilation stuff. So there's a little plug here to the little module, and then there's a couple of vacuum lines. They're just the squeeze type plastic tubes, so squeeze on each side, and then this is another one of those rubber things that just slide off the metal bracket. So you just want to get this out of your way. There's lots of wires and stuff, but it should be, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it should be self-explanatory when you see it. And just follow the lines going to this little module, and disconnect those, and this is what it looks like when you have it off. And then there's one that goes across on top of the manifold, and like I said, same thing, just get it out of your way. Alright, you just want to get the rest of this intake off, the little air intake, and unplug the mass airflow sensor. That thing just pops straight off the back, and then you're just going to unplug a couple things off of the back of the manifold on the top there. So that's just like a intake sensor, pressure sensor type of stuff. The wire harness, they have a lot of clips and stuff that kind of makes things difficult, but get your Torx in there and take off this bracket. It basically is holding this wire harness, as you see it right there in the background, it's sort of holding that clump of wires up off the top, on top of the manifold. So then I'm just using my pry tool again to pop the clips off of this plastic cover. Just something that covers all the wire looms, and then you just kind of gently pull it out of that plastic cradle that it sits in. And then what you're trying to do is have access to this. There's sort of like a foam pad that sits there. You just want to get that out of your way, and then there's that bracket. Basically, you're just trying to give yourself space, because we're going to eventually try to get this intake manifold out of our way. So just make some room there. And then there's 2 screws here on the top side of the manifold that are holding the DME, the little computer. It's bolted to the bottom of the manifold, so it'll be coming up. Then just use your Torx here. This is the intake boot to going to the throttle body. So there's a little mount that holds it stationary next to the alternator there, and then you just do that. It's just a little clip, and it pulls up to the release position, and then it'll slide off of the throttle body, and then basically that just kind of gets out of your way. And then you can work on unplugging each of the little DME harnesses. So there's just a little tab that you push over to the one side, and as you're pushing it, it kind of just pops it out, gives it a kind of an injection. It's pretty hard to mess those up. They're all kind of 3 lined up. So then you have another vacuum line that simply slides on. There's no fitting down there, it's just a rubber thing, and then you can start working on taking off the upper manifold bolts. So those are all 10 millimeters, so just get in there and start taking all those stuff off. Alright, once you get all the bolts out, then you'll be ready to give it a little wiggle and lift it. Should come straight up. Like I said, just make sure you got all those wires in the back and you got clearance in the front, your throttle body hose. Looks like I forgot to unplug the throttle body cable, but get that up, and at that point you can't lift it out because, like I said, the DME is bolted from the bottom side of the manifold, so go figure, right? It's just crazy. But you kind of tilt it up, lean it towards the brake booster, towards the driver's side fender, and then get you're gonna need a set of E-sockets. So they use a little E-socket. I don't know if it's a E3 or E4, but your E-socket there, pull those out, and then you're gonna get basically just detach that from the underside of the manifold. And there's another plug that you're going to want to undo, and that's like another plug to the throttle body. And then once you got that free, then you can lift the manifold out. So then there's 3 Allens, I'm pointing to them here. You can see that hold the fuel pump to the block. So first step is to release the lines. I use a little towel to catch any excess fuel. There's a connection on top, and there's a connection on the back. So there's the first Allen coming out. As you can see, I just kind of broke it. That one's obviously easy to access, so you can just get an L-shaped Allen in there and get it loose. But it's still, it's a tight fit, so you'll have to play around with different link Allens if you have them. The socket Allen is really tough to get in there, especially on the back one. You just don't have any clearance because it's hitting the block. So I loosened up the upper fuel line bracket that sort of holds it to the block, just to kind of give myself some room there. And you just want to try to have some quote-unquote wiggle room for yourself. So and what I did there is I'm using I believe it's 17. Anyway, that's the lower fuel line that you want to get off the back side of the high pressure fuel pump. And then once you get all those out, then it comes out 3 bolts. Alright, so after we got the fuel pump out, we're just going to do the final removal of the manifold gaskets. So just use your pick tool, pry those off. They just pop out, and basically at this point we have the removal of all the parts. Everything is taken off, so we're going to come back the next couple of days and show you guys how to put it all back together. So look out for part 2. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.